Ooh, 7,000 already ordered since the debut, because you all are very, very smart on this. This is the three-piece American Sensational Lavender. We are about to learn a really important lesson about lavender, because all lavender is not alike. And this is lavender that you'll have success with. And then you're going to get these very cool little baskets with it, the cricket basket that we'll talk about, actually the connection to this wonderful family. So 3 lavender pots in a 1-quart pot, and then the cricket basket. This is the cricket basket that will come along with it. All right, Derek, this is a perennial. Yes. Lavender is not that easy to grow if you don't know what you're doing. If you're going to the garden center and you're going, oh, here's lavender, I'll have some of that. Because if you fail, a lot of times it's not really our fault.
That's so true.
Right?
Yeah. Did I cut you off? Okay.
No.
Cool.
No,
yeah,
I was
so
done.
The thing is, most of the lavenders, almost all of the lavender that you're going to find at any garden store, it's going to be French or English. Now, we love those lavenders. That's what comprises most fragrance that we're going to find in perfumes and lotions. But those English and French lavenders are used to a very different kind of climate, kind of soil, winter, summer, humidity. Everything is different in North America. We have way hotter summers and way colder winters and much more humidity, and so and fluctuating temperatures than what they have in provincial France, for example.
Yeah.
And so those lavenders are just not cut out to grow here, and that's why people suffer and struggle in the garden with lavender. And eventually, a lot of people, they just give up. I've met many gardeners that just said lavender was too hard. Well, now we've got something for everyone, because this was bred actually just an hour away from here by our friend named Lloyd Travern, and he decided to set out and create the world's first American-bred lavender. You can see this on the right. Every other lavender, that's the flower on the far right, and on the left hand in that hand is this lavender, the Sensational. It's a bigger flower, it's got more essential oil in it, and it's bred for our climate and our conditions. So what that means is we've got a big, hefty lavender plant, about 2 foot tall and 2 foot wide.
How amazing that is. Full
of blooms. These bloom for about 6 months every single year, and they don't die back in the wintertime, like you said. So you're gonna have endless cut flowers, and you gotta cut them, because when you cut them, you actually encourage more flower power for that very same season. So you're gonna get like a double flush if you cut them. But these are not wimpy lavender plants or wimpy lavender flowers. They are huge 2-inch long buds. They've got a high essential oil content, which means longer lasting fragrance, better flavor if you're gonna cook with it. That actually was taken in Pennsylvania.
Oh, you're kidding.
And what I love about that is you couldn't do that with the traditional French or English lavender, but you can with the Sensational.
These are deer resistant.
They're very deer resistant.
They are very easy to plant. They look nice year round, and there's lots of things you can plant with them. So what we're giving everybody is 3 plants to begin with, correct?
Which is a lot. I mean, 3 plants, like what you're looking at, that's probably the harvest off one plant just the very first year. Here you could see that's quite a few more. But what's fun about these is that once they get settled and established, they come back year after year. So these are the plants that you get right out of the box. I just have one with me right now, but you're going to get 3 plants. They've been vernalized, Pat, and what that means is they've gone through their first winter already. So that's really important, because the very first winter, you know, it's a kind of a make or break experience for plants, and if they make it through, then they can handle any winter after that. And these are tough as nails in the winter, down to -20 below zero. Now you also do get that cricket basket like you mentioned earlier. And what's fun about this is my great grandma Sylvia started the family business with these cricket baskets filled with homegrown lavender. She sold these at the New York World's Fair. She sold out, a great story, along with the totem pole, which some of you may know.
Oh yeah.
That's what started it all. Now we're 4 generations down the road.
So good for her. Yes.
It's very interesting.
And that's the fun thing. So, all right, so what do I need as far as sun, soil, anything?
Great questions. So I love full sun. They can handle a little bit of shade. But more sun, the better. You're going to get better flowers. Water, these are very drought resistant, so I love that. They're pretty much hands off once you get them in the ground the first year. And like you mentioned, they're deer resistant. They're also disease resistant. Now, you're going to get your flowers in summertime. I highly encourage that you cut them.
Now, because you worry me when you say cut them, so I'm going to ask you a specific question only because I know. All right, so this is what it looks like when it comes to you, and then it starts to get the flowers like that. That's the part I cut off.
That's the part, yeah. You don't cut the green leaves.
Okay.
You might accidentally, but you'll just cut off the stems. Now, I love to put them in a rubber band and dry them for about a week to 2 weeks till they're bone dry. Then I could just leave this in my house and give it away as a gift. It's beautiful. Or, and you have one here if you want to do this with me, you just coax these flowers right off of the stems.
This is so fun.
If you're crafty, and I know you are,
yeah.
There's endless things you can do. You know, lavender is the Swiss Army knife of herbs. You can cook with it. You can create perfumes and soaps with it. You can fill the little cricket baskets up and then put that in your car or your underwear drawer or your closet.
You can put it in your sweaters, with your sweaters if you want to. I still have, and I don't remember how old it is, a bunch like this that you all gave me like 20 years ago. I still have it in my guest room.
That's a long time.
And it looks, every once in a while I dust it. It looks absolutely beautiful. Like, how much would you pay just for that? Now you're growing it. Now, I do that once, or do I do that?
You're going to do that. So you could cut off every flower on your lavender in summer, about midsummer, and then you will get a whole nother flush that you could cut again.
Come back again.
So and if you don't cut them, they're just going to stay in bloom till the first frost. But if you do cut them, you know, they're going to make all new flowers, and you'll get a double flush until the first frost.
I could spend the rest of the half hour talking about this, but we're going to go ahead and move on. Just know, here's the lavender that you've always wanted to grow. You'll have success with them. Just don't overwater them, which is my guilty pleasure. 3 easy pays at